All righty, we are back. It is Tuesday night, and I am Copperhead Customs, Brett from Copperhead Customs. We have Stephen from Phillips Run, Drip and Bubble Company. And today we do have a special guest, but he's running a bit late. We have Dalton from Pole Barn Garage coming in a bit later. He'll be here soon. So, Stephen, how are you?
Man, I'm doing good. I hate he's late, but that's the way it is sometimes, right?
Yeah, I think he had to work back or something, but he'll be here soon, hopefully.
He might be driving that Holy Grail. What was it, Holy Goat? Ain't that what he called it, the Holy Goat? Probably broke
Holy
down
Goat, yeah. So we've got War's Nerf has just said the spirit of the Holy Goat has brought me here. It is as if I can still hear Dalton's voice right now. That car, I'll put a picture up in a minute. That car is quite out there, isn't it?
I'm going to tell you, man, that car right there is what put his YouTube channel up. There is no doubt. And who would ever thought about putting something like that on the road? But it's cool. It's cool. Yep.
I'm looking for a picture now. I'll put one up so the other people can see if they don't know. There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Here's a side shot of it.
How many times have you been out though and shooting cars? I've done that. We got one of them automatic shotguns. You just shoots one right after another. We took a Jeep one time, one of them Jeep Cherokees. Man, I blowed that thing all to pieces just for the fun of it, But who would ever think about putting something like that back on the road? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It gave me a couple of ideas to find the worst thing I could find and try to
put it back on.
Resurrect it. Yeah, we got Fox and Fix It. I got a shout out for Fox and Fix It too. He says, "Woo, hey all, I'm here to listen to Dalton explain why Missouri is the Australia of the United States."
Well, I want to know about that.
Right. So, Fox and Fix It. Where are we?
Oh, you got a sticker?
He sent me some stickers all the way from your land up there. So big shout out to Fox Can Fix It. And I actually went looking through his shorts the other day.
Oh,
he's hilarious. Some of them are hilarious.
Well, I don't think they're funny anymore because I didn't get no sticker. Yeah, I didn't get a sticker. Hey, Fox, how come I didn't get a sticker?
Yeah, because they like me more than you.
Well, that's the truth. Well, nobody likes me, man. Are you kidding? That's from Pole Barn Garage. Where the heck's he at, man? He's supposed to be on.
Where you at? Yeah. This guy's such a hack.
Who? Me? You?
I don't know, mate.
You got the sticker, so it'd have to be me, I guess.
Phillips, I just need an address and he'll send you some.
I'm gonna send some. I've actually ordered some stickers, so I got them coming.
Flatbroke's here in the background. He said he got a sticker. Everyone got a sticker by you.
How come I put my email up last week and for nobody in email. I don't think they email.
Oh, he is. Sorry.
Let me check my email.
There he is. Oh, I wasn't looking. Sorry. He was in the background. Welcome.
Hello.
Did you get a sticker?
Did I get a sticker? I don't think so.
I didn't get a sticker either. I'm in your
studio. Yeah, he's in the background.
He's here now, man.
Yeah, I was reading the comments and I didn't even click that he'd been sitting there for 5 minutes.
I've just been watching.
We're professional, man. We're very professional. Yeah, we don't care. How are you, brother?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Somebody put something up here about why is Missouri the
All right, so Fox and Fix It said, hey all, I'm here to listen to Dalton explain why Missouri is the Australia of the United States. I don't quite know what he means by that.
I couldn't tell you. We ain't got an Outback. We ain't got no kangaroos. We ain't got everything. Everything is right side up here.
Yeah.
Everything's upside down in Australia. Gravity still works here. I don't know.
I don't know either. Biggest all I ever heard. Yep. But we're gonna get some kangaroos because Copperhead's gonna send us some.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want one?
Stephen wants to ride him.
I want to ride a kangaroo like a horse. I think that'd be fun.
I want to ride in the pouch.
Yep.
That's good transportation.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That'd be cool. It'd be warm and all that good stuff. Dalton, man, I love your channel. I do. I've been
appreciate
keeping up with you. Of course, everybody, the Holy Goat's what everybody. I guess that's what you're famous for. The Holy Goat. What in the world were you thinking when you seen that thing out there? Like, will it run?
Well, I never even seen it. I seen a couple pictures of it on the website for the auction place, and
Right.
that's all I do. And I just threw a bid on it for $200, and well, here we are. So then, I had the YouTube channel before that, but you guys were talking, and you're right. I mean, if it wasn't for that car there,
Right.
I mean, it might have happened eventually. I would have found my groove eventually, but that accelerated it big time. Love that. Hey, Fox, my PO is PO Box 138, Pleasant Hill, Missouri.
There you go. How's the weather in Missouri?
Well, we got a hell of a thunderstorm moving in right now.
So if I disappear, that's why.
We had one here last night. It must just barely made it out there.
No kidding. Yeah, I've been working on my deck. That's why I was running a little late, and I just got in. Just got the last joist late.
Yeah, I'm like you, man. It sucks when you're poor and you have to build your own stuff.
Oh hell, man! Even wood, I mean,
yeah.
I got $2,500 in wood. I mean, the quote I got was like $8,000, $9,000 to get the thing built. I can't do that. That's no way. Just do it myself with my grandpa, actually.
Well, hey, listen to your grandpa. He'll tell you what to do. He knows how to do all that.
Oh, I know.
It's like $250 a square foot right now to build a house. That's ridiculous.
Yep, it's crazy.
Yep. Hey, Mike. Hey, if you can get down there somewhere, I'll put my address up there.
I'm trying to catch up. There's a lot. Flatbreak's asking how your dad's Torino is going.
He's still working on it, I think. Well, where's he at on that thing? He drove it around for the first time, distance-wise last week. So he's been driving it, working on it. He's got the interior done, under the hood's done. It just needs body and paint now, I think. And I got to do the brakes on it, which I've been procrastinating on.
Well, now, is that the 73?
No, mine's the 73. His is a 70 fastback.
Okay, that's what. Okay, he's got one. Flatbroke's got a 70. We're going to paint it. He took it to my body shop, Phillips Run, Drip, and Bubble Company. That sounds encouraging, right?
Yeah, drips and bubbles.
That's all about it. Hey, I want the. We talked to who was it? One of your buddies we talked to him the other day. You got the who? Buff? Was it Buff?
Oh yeah, Buff.
Yeah, I need parts off of the 72 Galaxy. So before you tear it all to pieces, save the fenders and the hood and.
Well, I think it's going away. So I got a guy who wants to buy it. He said he'd buy it for what I got in it. I was like, hell, I don't need it.
Well, I'll give you $100 for it. That's about what you got into thing.
Well, no, I just put a brand new set of tires on it. Just put a new set of tires on it, new alternator. I mean, it's a cruising machine now. I mean, I didn't fix any of the problems it has, but it's pretty good. And it looks a lot worse than it did, but it's still pretty good. It was either that or I was going to turbo it. I don't know.
Is it a 400?
Yeah.
Yeah. That turbo on a 400, you'd have to have one off a Mack truck to get any power out of that.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's kind of my holdback. The only other good thing though is I think it probably take it all day long. The thing has like 1-to-1 compression. So what are you going to do to it?
Like I said, you'd have to have a turbo off a Mack truck.
Yeah, spool her up.
Yeah.
At about 12,000 RPM, she might make some boost.
Yeah, I've got a 71 Galaxy. It's got the 400 in it, but mine's got the high compression. That's before they dropped the compression in 72. But
yeah,
we're going to make a Gator McCluskey car out of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, oh yeah. I love it. White Lightning.
Yeah, that's a good movie. And so that's what we're going. I've been wanting to build one ever since I watched the movie, and I finally got a good enough car. Got a really good car, and it's just mint green's the only thing. So, but I don't know what else do you do though. Are you doing YouTube full time now, or like the rest of us?
Oh no, I'm a industrial electrician by trade.
Okay. So you're rich.
No. No.
You said industrial electrician. That's electrician. That's yeah.
It pays all right, but hell, I mean, not compared to what you can make these days. It seems like, yeah, it does all right. Between that and YouTube, it's pretty good. But I work about 130 hours a week.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we all do. But no, that Holy Grail or Holy Goat, man, that's a good bill, man. You take it. You get a lot of people now that you're on YouTube. I don't know how many subscribers you got, but you got a lot of people wanting you to come to their shows and bring the car.
no, not really, not that one. I think we're pushing 86,000 subs right now.
Yeah.
Well,
there you're probably making what $12, $15 a month.
Well, at least sometimes. Yeah. But no, I do. I used to get a lot more, but hell, I haven't done nothing with it for months. On the channel anyway. I just drive the thing. So I'll probably be doing some more stuff with it this summer, God, if I can find the time. But yeah,
Did you take that? Did you went to the No Name Nationals last year? Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Dalton?
Yeah.
Did you go
there.
to the No Name Nationals? Yeah. Did you take that, or did you take the Corvette?
No. We drove that and the 59 Ford there.
Okay.
Drove both those cars all the way there, and then left there after I ran the goat down the strip once. We drove all the way to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and went to Holly Ford Fest with the Ford for a couple of days there. And then
How was that Holly Ford Fest? I've been thinking about going up there. Don't they have like
that was a time. I tell you what. I mean, they had off-road racing, drag racing, burnouts, drifting, Australian style burnout competitions, not the park in a box and power break it, like the good burnouts that they had down there. And man, it was just a wild time. There was always something going on down there.
They have the autocross too, don't they?
Yeah, I autocrossed that 59 Ford on 70-year-old suspension components. That was a really good idea. That 59 Fairlane is basically the same Fairlane you had in Australia, except for the steering wheel on the right. They're almost identical.
Yeah, radio.
I never knew that until I kind of.
I couldn't get a picture of it. I was just looking to see if I had a picture of it to put up, but I couldn't find one. So.
The 59 Fairlane is the same as what you've got down in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the blue and white one on there. That's JD's car. So.
That's your son's car, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-door post. Now, is that a 6-cylinder car though? That's a 6-cylinder car, huh?
We built a 390 for it in the barn. Dangle balled it, cleaned up the crank with emery cloth, threw it together with some new old stock rings and whatever I could find cheap. We had like $400 in that 390. Slammed it together with a little tiny melling cam in it that we reused. It was used lifters, and it runs great. We put like 2,000 miles on that thing, 411 gears, and running 70 miles an hour down the highway. She held together, no problem.
Back when we growing up, man, when we built a motor, we didn't very rarely we take anything to the machine shop unless it had to go to the machine shop.
Oh, I know
everything like you say, you just dingle ball it and clean it up and throw it together and roll on down the road.
You turn a bearing or something, you cut a big groove in the crank, it's got to go right. But other than that, clean it up.
My 283 that I just did the same. I just used a bit of Scotchy, which is and just did the crank with that, and it's fingers crossed is beautiful.
Yeah. Do you want to read some of the comments, man? I don't know if you're getting them caught up or not.
I got them.
I've been putting them up. Yeah, I've been putting them up, but I haven't been reading them because you want me to.
Yeah, I want to hear what they got to say.
Hundreds. All right, we'll go back. So we got Sasha St. James says, "Hey y'all, Chase BH89,
howdy." He must be from Texas. If he says howdy.
Unfinished project. He hasn't got any stickers either. Fox and Fix It wants to know more about the 4x4 van. I think I said that. Flat Broke hasn't got stickers from Fox, but he's got stickers, so he's just been flat broke. Casually late, old barn, too busy shooting himself tappers are from Alex. Dalton, I'll send you some. Yeah, we said that, yeah. This is earlier, yeah. We've got to stop talking about Dalton because he's here. American cars don't have magnets to stick them to the earth, unlike here in Australia. Oh, where are we going? Down there, we've done all them. A lot more stuff in Australia can kill you. We've got Mike Eben. Hello, all. Auto Action Parts. Jamie Phillips is here.
Hey, man.
Leonard Walters. And then we have Humongous Motors. Wish I had your American cars here in Australia. He's asked, are Mopar engine parts common in the States? It seems that everyone has an abundance of them.
No, they're not. It depends on what you're looking for. I guarantee you that. Some of the older stuff, if you have to hoard it up back when you was a kid.
Yeah.
They're really pretty rare over here. And they're just answering him. And then we got Irish Outlaw Garage says, g'day.
All right. Are you
And
caught
you're not meant to have the A in it, Irish. You're meant to have G apostrophe day.
G-Day.
G-Day.
We're learning Australian while we're doing this, man.
Pardon me?
We're learning Australian. I guess, how do you speak Australian? Is that called Australian? What's that called?
Upside down.
I don't know.
I don't know. We speak English here. Y'all speak what?
Yeah, no, we speak English.
You do
Whatever.
not.
English is backwards.
Speak
We
English.
speak. I don't know. See, we
Mate.
can argue here. I reckon we speak more like English than you speak more like English. Like the English, not, like the English from England.
And look, we all know that America is the only country, and then the rest of the earth is just ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was taught in school. So,
Isn't it flat?
right.
And I'm
It's all
redneck.
flat.
Yeah, I'm redneck vocabulary down here, so that's the sexiest language in the world. Redneck is.
We got Leonard Walters says he's from Colorado. Batteries in.
Hey, man.
Heathens assemble.
There you go.
Where are we? Wait up. They're all jumping on me. Fox and Fix is back. He had to go do something. Reverse toilet English, Irish Outlaw.
Well, now he was asking about the four-wheel drive van. I'm trying to find it here. What's the deal? What's the
that was,
that'd be a good one to get on, I think. So the 4x4 van, I picked up a 77 GMC Bandura factory conversion 4-wheel drive 1-ton van.
Right.
And it's a shorty van, short wheelbase, like
Well, that's odd for a 4-wheel drive, ain't it?
and a 1-ton.
Yeah.
Really strange. But I've been putting it off because I keep getting buried in all these projects. And because I do what I do, I have to find the absolute worst piles of garbage that just suck the time out of me.
Right.
But hopefully, if I get the step side Chevy in a coat of primer, right? I'm gonna stop that one there probably till winter maybe, and then I'm gonna bring the van in. That's my goal.
Well, now that van, man, that's pretty cool. But now your little step side Chevrolet, what do you plan on doing with it? You just going back with a color, or you going with a theme, or what do you plan on with it?
I'm gonna go back with the sports stripes. I don't know if it's going to be straight enough for black. It's definitely got
It's been
the
kicking your butt. That car's been kicking your butt, and
I
watched you do that front guard, and I was just like, man,
it is horrible.
What model is that truck?
Do what?
What year is that?
76.
76. I got a buddy of mine. He did the Hooper truck out of one. I think it was a 76 or 77. Same truck, but he did the Hooper truck out of it.
Yep.
It turned out super nice, but it's the Hooper truck.
This will not. I mean, it will look good.
Right.
It won't be good, but it'll look good. And it, I don't know if I'd love to paint it back black with the white sports stripes on it. That'd be great, but that's a lot of blocking to get that way.
Yeah.
So I may go red, if I don't go black, and it won't be tractor paint either. Actually,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a tractor paint guy. I like tractor paint. That stuff's tough.
I love it too. But
Yeah, that's what you did the
LTD and JD's car for that matter.
The load of 10 from Detroit. That's what we call LTDs. Load of 10 from Detroit. Yeah, that he's asking about that AMC, man. Now that right there's a cool ride.
It is. I got some.
I think I have a picture of.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it
This one here.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep. Well, I mean, it runs and drives, so I don't know, I buzz it around town. It still needs a steering column fixed and some strut rod bushings in the front end of it, little things,
Shoot.
and CV axles.
That is an
That-
awesome
that-
car right there now. They ain't no doubt. And they made a
That
four-door too.
didn't
They had
come
the
out like
Raven.
that, did it? That doesn't come out like that, does it?
Yes.
What,
And
like
special
lifted
ones,
and
yeah.
the big wheels?
Oh, well, those are just off of a Bronco 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like Bronco too. But they actually had wagons with them too. But yeah, they set pretty high, them cars did.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of marketed as an off-road little machine there.
Okay.
It needs to come up a little bit in the front, but you can't really do anything. They're just kind of how they are the way they are, you know.
Shoot, I drive that car every day, man. I ain't kidding. That's awesome riding. It's that what is it? 200 or 250? What 6-cylinder is in that thing?
It's got a 4.0 swapped into it out of a 96 Jeep, and then a 5-speed out of the Jeep as well. So it's a stick. It's a hell of a lot of fun. But I just got a little work to do to it, and I mean I got her tagged and insured and everything. I buzz it around town, but well, we'll get back to it, you know, one of these days.
Well, now is that thing? Did you put that motor in it? You put the 6-cylinder?
Oh
in
God, no! That thing runs like hell. I
that 4.0, them's good engines, man. I've got 2 or 3 of them Jeeps around here.
They are good engine, but that thing.
Now, how did they do the 4-wheel drive on that? Did they just hook it up to the transfer case, or did it have like its own transfer case?
Yeah, no, it's got a what is that? New process 238 or something like that. It's kind of a unique transfer case that's in them Eagles there, but it's the same one as some Cherokees, I think.
Yeah.
And that's what's in the car.
So you just had to run the drive shafts. I bet that 4.0 in that car, that has to be, I mean, that has to be awesome ride, man.
Oh, it moves out all right, but I think it's got a flat lobe on a cam.
Right.
And I'm just ignoring it because it's a 4.0. I mean, it ain't never going to die. If it runs on 5, it sounds like 6. It's good enough. So,
I'm with you. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say.
Chase, you gotta pick them up. Mine didn't have a title either, and mysteriously it just showed up. It's crazy how that worked.
Yeah.
But
what model is his? I see in Georgia. What model is that car? That's got to be what?
SX4.
Yeah. What model is it? What year?
83. Last year for the SX4.
So we don't have to have a title in Georgia for that.
No, you don't. You
Yeah.
lucky bastards.
Do y'all have to have titles on all your cars?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing with it. You could scrap them, and that's about it.
Well,
If I could do the Gambler, I did one last year, and it was, at least the one in Missouri was kind of boring. So I did. I don't
Can
know.
y'all
I'd like
bond the titles there? Can y'all do bonded titles and get?
Nope. You got to go to court, get it awarded to you. I mean, it's doable, but shoot, by the time you got court costs, legwork, and stuff, boy, it sure is easier just to call someone who lives somewhere else.
I'm with you on that. Here's the thing, man. Can y'all do that? Like if you bought that car from Georgia, if you bought it from me, and I give you a tag receipt and 2 bill of sales, or what do you have to have to title that car?
Well, I don't know out of Georgia, but I know I just did the GOAT, and everybody knows I got the GOAT had a Vermont license plate on the back of it, right?
Right.
Well, there's the Vermont loophole. You can go to Vermont. You can register a car in Vermont without living there.
Mm-hmm.
So I registered the car in Vermont. I got the registration. I took the registration to the DMV, and I said, here it is. They looked at me funny and said, okay, whatever, and then mailed me a title about 3 weeks later. So
well, that'll work.
I mean, it works. It does work. A little legwork, but it works.
Yeah, that's like North Carolina. You know, you can get, if they buy in North. I live right on the border. I'm on the North Georgia border. I live 2 miles from North Carolina. And Tennessee's not far from me. South Carolina's not, but like North Carolina's like you, they have to require a title. But if somebody buys a car over here, 2 tag receipts, or 1 tag receipt and a bill of sale. The bill of sale from me to them, and from who I got it from to me. And then they'll issue a title over there. But now there's some states that's not required to have a title.
Yep. I wish we was one of them.
I don't understand why you have to have it. It's silly, you ask me. I don't know why you can't just do a bill of sale. I mean, it's not like it's not going to come up on, it's being stolen.
Well, I know it, right? I mean, it's got a VIN number anyhow. And if you license it, they already got the VIN number. So what does it matter?
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So if you can just fill us Australians in on how that works over here. So if you don't have that piece of paper, the title, it's useless to you. Is that right?
In certain states,
Yeah.
yes. So like in Missouri, if I go buy a car, like, well, the van doesn't have a title, right? I bought it out of a trailer park. It'd been abandoned there for decades, probably used in crime or something. But the statute's up on that. It doesn't matter. So that car that has no title. The guy who sold it to me had no idea where it even came from. Whatever. So I have that. So what I'm going to have to do is go. I have two options. I could go to the court. I go to the highway patrol. They would inspect the VIN. They would say, yeah, it's not stolen or whatever. I could take that. I could go to court. I could pay all the court costs. I could spend 6 months while they drag their feet, and then I could get a title issued to me and the car awarded to me.
Right.
And then otherwise, the beauty of living in the U.S. is I could just call someone in another state where they're a little more lenient, and there we go.
Only thing in Georgia, like if you do that in Georgia, you have to go through the court order title, they call it. You have to go through a public auction. So actually you have to bid your car off and hope you get it back, but
right.
They do a lot. Like if I bought a lot of cars from Wrecker Services out of Atlanta, where they impound them and they go through courts and it's getting kind of hectic with them. So some of the cars it's not worth really going to all that trouble. They just derelict it, which means it's done. They take the license and it's done. It can only be parts car.
Yep.
So, yeah.
See, so over here we don't have that. Like the VIN is it. Like as in, like we register them and they get put in my name, which is like what our title would be. But when I sell a car, it's just sold with a bill of sale. They go in to the main roads department with all the car details, and then they can just type it in. Yeah, it's not stolen. It's all good, legit. Put it in your name. So
that sounds like Georgia.
Yeah.
To me. Yeah.
Yeah, they still kind of trust us around here, but now, of course, in Australia, you can't. In America, we can have big fat tires, we can have big motors, we can have stuff sticking through the hood, and you can't have none of that.
We can't do that.
You can't do
that.
anything.
Right, come on. It's not even get personal.
What happened?
Well, I'm just calling you out, you dang mate.
What happened between Mel Gibson and now? I mean, what happened to your entire country? Because you had like Road Warrior. Everyone looks at that. It's like, man, Australia is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can't even. That car would be illegal 10 ways from Sunday. That was a cop car.
Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't like real.
It was.
I hope you all realise that. Mad Max was set in the future.
They missed that by a mile in Australia, man. Golly.
Wow. I thought it was a documentary of Australia, but
no, but the rules here have gone ridiculous. We won't get into the politics, but we are very, very over policed, and you can't do anything. So
that's correct. That's so wild. Yeah, I get the only reason I ask is because there's a lot of Australians that watch my channel, right? And so then they're always like, "How do you get away with what you're doing?" And honestly, people in this country do too, depending where you live. But they're like, "How do you?" Oh, I could never drive that. I don't know. I don't ask. I just go do it and then hope for the best. But if you go do it and hope for the best, you get in big trouble. I get a ticket. It's different.
Well, now down there, if I'm not, now correct me if I'm telling this wrong, but if you go out and lay a drag, the cops can take your car and crush it, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
They can impound your cars. Yeah, especially if you've been caught a couple of times. Yeah, you probably get your car crushed.
Should have never
it's
gave
called
your guns away.
Laws. So if you go out there and court, but we're not allowed to have guns. Come on, don't even go down there. We're not allowed to have them.
Just
they
saying.
got taken off us years ago.
That's what happened, man.
They took guns
right
off
after,
us 20, 30 years ago.
Was that right after Thunderdome? Was that why they banned them? Or I don't know.
There was a massacre in Tasmania, and then that was it. They just banned all guns. So everyone had to hand them back. I don't know if they bought them off them, but everyone had to hand their guns back in. So you can still, like, if you're in a gun club, I think you can still have it some, but it's very hard to get. Yeah.
That's just amazing.
I'd say 99%.
There's
have
about
guns.
20 of them behind me here. But
Generally, the criminals have them, but the normal people don't.
Oh, the criminals.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wait a minute.
The
They didn't
criminals
give
still
their
have
guns.
guns. Yeah.
They didn't give their guns up.
No, they didn't. They hid theirs.
That's
Just the same. Like if they took your guns off you, the criminals would still have guns.
No, they ain't
It's
gonna
just
take
the-
our
the-
guns.
the
That's
general-
the problem. We
You
read
know,
that
but if they,
narrative.
I'm just saying, if they did, the criminals would still have them. It would just be the general public didn't. Like, so it doesn't actually work. I don't think.
that's just
No.
logical.
But whatever.
Hey, look, they come up with a law, and we get away from politics, but there's a city down here, Kennesaw, Georgia, that they made a law that everybody in Kennesaw, Georgia, had to have a gun, and their crime rate dropped to 0.
I don't know. How do you do that? What do you do? Issue them out?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just saying, so everybody went and bought. I mean, it's not like we're in America, like, oh, okay, we got to have a gun. I got to go buy a gun. Okay, I'm all about that. I mean, it's just another excuse. To
That's
buy
a good
another gun.
excuse. Yeah.
So do you do
So
a lot of hunting?
Nope. No, I don't hunt. I just plank every now and then. And
Yeah.
that's about it.
We're having a crime wave here at the moment with the young kids, like 12, 13, 14-year-olds. They're breaking into your house, and even when you're home sleeping, and then they're stealing your car keys, and then they're going and stealing and joyriding the cars, and then going to do another crime. So it's real bad at the moment.
It's about to turn
And-
into Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
It's in
and
the
that's
future,
like-
man. It's in the future. You're right. Yeah.
If people were armed, that wouldn't happen, would it? Because they'd be too scared to jump in your house when you're in there,
Or
But
Barry.
they just come in and yeah. Someone actually about a month ago, they'd stolen his motorbike and he found him and he went and he ran one of them off the road and killed him. And so now he's going to jail forever for retaliation.
Yeah. You'd
But
probably
anyway.
you'd probably go away here too if you did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Tyler costs more. It seems like everybody's got a lot of hoon laws. What is that?
Hoon laws. That's what they call them. They call them hoon laws. So if you, it was originally put in to stop all the people just out thrashing cars, but so they
Right.
put in these hoon laws to say that they can, if you get caught like doing a burnout or drifting or something, that they can confiscate your car and crush it.
That's just mind-boggling to me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's why you haven't seen me do a J turn yet, or I haven't gone and smoked up the car because like we're at the point now where like your neighbour could video you doing it and then take that to the police and you get your car crushed.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Man,
Wow.
we do stuff here all the time. I don't think nothing about it. Of course, I'm in a small town, I don't know where you live at. You live in a pretty good size town where you're at, or
Me?
yeah.
No, I mean, I live in a small town, but I work in the city, here in Kansas City. So I'm driving in and out, but I'm constantly doing stupid stuff. I mean, that's like a daily occurrence for me,
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. It's just the way I drive. I can't help it.
No.
I'm an habitual speeder. How about that?
Same.
I think everybody should be. I mean, that's like people that get on the, when you're on the 4-lane and you're going on the on ramp. What person goes to the bottom of the on ramp and slows down? I mean, does it make any sense? The cars are running 80 mile an hour,
Right.
90 mile,
It's
and they
not that
pull
one.
that-
There's another
and
one.
they slow down. I mean, speed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick it up a little bit. You're getting on the highway.
You ain't supposed to slow down and make it. You're supposed to go down and get in a hole. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Yep, it's crazy. So, but anyway.
Can you just give us a minute? The wife's lost the gate key. I've got to go find it.
The gate
All right.
key?
Good luck.
The guy, he is a mess, man. Yeah, he's a mess. Now that car. Here's another problem that I've got. I'm going to ask you the same question, and most people that's on this with us right here knows exactly what I'm saying. Do you sell any of your stuff, or you just hold on to it?
I sell the ones I don't like.
Right.
I'll keep stuff for a while. I have cars that are keepers, like
Right.
a Torino is a keeper. The little
Yeah,
Eagles.
when we come home from fucking shopping.
My trucks generally are keepers.
Right.
So it's not there.
Uh,
Well, it's going to get interesting. We get to hear them fight.
Yeah, no, let's just listen to him fight here for a minute. Yeah, buddy, there's a mute button right here.
Oh Lord. How long have you had your channel anyway?
Oh man, well, I've had it for about 2 years,
Right.
but I only really started doing stuff with it when I went to the duct tape drags down in Tucson in 21.
Right.
But the first real videos I put out were December of 21, so I don't know what is that? Maybe 15, 16 months.
Yeah.
Fucking two of them, and then fucking
Something like that.
You know, I keep on putting up. We did it because we do what we're doing. We do every day. That's just kind of what we do.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought, well, let's record some of this stuff, put it on video, see what happens. And it actually, you know, it kind of took off. I'm not like you, but I mean, I'm around 100 subscribers. This is
Boy, where's the key? Where's Mel Gibson's going to enter any minute now?
Yeah,
I've been assured of this. There were 3 movies about that. All right.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
There's got to be. Everything else is happening.
People, there's a live window into Australia right now. Nobody's ever seen this before. This is, I mean, that. I don't know why it's right side up. There must be some kind of mirror effect going on.
Well, that's the thing about it. It's tomorrow there now, so it's actually in the future. It is tomorrow.
Son of a bitch. It is.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Road Warrior.
Yeah.
No, but that's I did the same thing with the YouTube. You know, I started doing it because I was already working on crap. You know, I would have bought that goat and I would have done what I did with it.
Right.
To a lesser extent,
right.
If it weren't for YouTube, I wouldn't have. I mean, I know it doesn't look like I put much effort into it, but I did put some into it, and only because it was on video and it needed to be decent. But
well, it's cool, man. There's no doubt. You know, but like I said, this YouTube, you know, like Finnegan, you know, he actually quit that faster with Finnegan because it got to be too much, but he's still churning that stuff out on YouTube. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's good money to be made on it if you can. A lot of it's luck. I mean, there's not any 2 ways about it, but you got to be incredibly consistent. You got to put. If you put out a video on a Friday, you better have a video out the next Friday.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is where it gets to be. If you want fast growth, you know that's what YouTube likes.
My problem is I got. Please subscribe.
Hey,
sorry about that. What are you laughing at?
There's a mute button on that mic, you know.
Oh, sorry.
So,
it's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Now going.
So
they're all laughing at me because it's not muted and I've come in swearing.
We didn't know some of them words. You'll have to tell us what they mean. But
We won't go there. Come on. Oh, that was stressful.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, here we go. There's a mute button. There's a mute button on that, you know. What we got on the comments, man? You got way behind on comments.
Oh no, I'm flustered now.
Oh Lord.
Come on. You gotta help me.
Please tell me that's not Bud Light.
Yeah.
Is that Bud Light?
That's Busch Light.
Oh, okay.
It's almost
where you at?
Right, I don't know. I'm flustered. Right, Fox and Fix It. Yeah, it's a historical British penal colony, then post-apocalyptic hot rod, rat rod heaven. Now it's a burnout contest with beer and rugby. He's talking about Australia because if you've seen any of the shorts of the Summer Nationals, that's not how the general public act. Okay, so
Hey, have you?
I don't know if you've seen that.
Have you ever heard of Wasteland Weekend? out there in California?
Yes, I have heard of that.
Man, so it's like a Mad Max, almost a dystopian kind of like dressing up and playing, but you know what I mean. It's kind of cool. They got cool cars and rat rods. I'd love to go out there and do that. That'd be a blast.
Don't drink Bud Light when you go.
I don't know. It's in California.
Country Boy Gas Garage. My last ticket was for causing unreasonable noise for doing a burnout.
So we got a ticket for loud noise instead of a burnout? That's crazy, ain't it?
Define unreasonable, officer.
Yes.
No, we can't have bows and arrows either. We can't have nothing. Can't even have a slingshot.
How are you supposed to kill the kangaroos?
Yeah.
You can't have a slingshot?
You can't kill
can't have nothing.
What about the kid in Road Warrior that had a slingshot? No, he had a boomerang. Can you have a boomerang?
Yeah, that's where they come from.
Yeah, you can. I think you can have a boomerang.
Oh, there you go. It's ultimate home defense weapon right there.
I guarantee it comes right back to you. Yeah. Yeah, they're coming for us.
I'm so far behind. I'm a bit flustered now.
We've had a good time, man. We have actually had a good time. We've had a.
Have you? You having fun while I'm gone?
An Australian spat. Yeah, that's what we need to title this up. Australian spat.
So anyway, I just got blamed for no key, and then I went to break the padlock, and she found the key in her car.
80 miles per hour in kilometers at 2K. What?
Nobody knows.
No.
Nobody knows.
What's that? 80 miles per hour in kilometers. It is 50? What's 80 mile? Nah, it's more than that. It's
1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is approximately 3 chickens.
Yeah,
so
it's 1.6. 1.6 Ks is 1 mile. So
yeah.
I'm
gonna go with 7 Toyota Priuses. I think that's the correct measurement for that. I don't know though. Metric system's not a real thing. So
no, I'm with you. And then they got Fahrenheit and Celsius. Which one are y'all? Fahrenheit?
They're the wrong one.
It's Celsius.
Yeah.
So Summer Nats used to be really good. It's sort of gone a bit feral now, the Summer Nats event. And if you see the videos, they are all acting like absolute tards. Most of the people, the spectators are grabbing people's cars and blapping the throttles on people's blowers and doing all sorts of stuff. It's got a bit out of hand. So
we used to. I've had cars before, like 225 slant six, where everybody get up on one side of it and pick the wheel up and get it to spin good. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Get it spinning, then let go and it go.
And then the 7 1/4 would just go boom and snap.
Yeah. We used to do that all the time. Oh, so what's the difference in the Australian burnout and the burnouts up here? You said they got. I mean, they put them like we went down there to the what is that race we went to? I can't even remember the name of it. But anyway, they got the burnout contest down there with. Oh Lord of mercy! I watch that all the time. Help me with that.
Who's that? Cletus and Cars?
Yeah, we went down to Cletus and Cars down to that Freedom 500.
Yeah, I'd call that an Australian style burnout. It's still not as good because Summer Nats.
Yeah,
right?
So he learned. He came down to Australia years ago and then took that back and tried to start up to do shows like they do down here. So basically, they have a lot bigger burnout pad, and they will start doing the burnout with no brakes, wide open, and they'll hit the center pad doing like a 100 mile an hour, and they just go absolutely insane. Like they just about flip them, and
down there in Australia.
Yeah, they're down there. You need to watch some of them. They're pretty impressive.
He's got a concrete block set up that you go in with a little. So they don't. It's set in the middle of the track. It was a cool place. That Freedom 500 was a lot of fun, man. It really was. It was a good race.
I need to get into that. That's what I need to do. I need to go liven that up a little bit. I think
I'd love to go down there for that Danger Ranger thing. I think you can get in on that. The Danger Ranger.
Oh, maybe that one looks dangerous. So
we got roll bars.
Yeah, I could bring my own Ranger. I guess I could shoot it and lighten it.
Lighten it up a little bit.
Right. And give her the Swiss cheese treatment and roll on down there and then get thrown out of tech.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Well, come on down. I'll help you. I'd love to get in that. But now that Freedom 500 was a lot of fun. I was tickled that Vice Grip Garage, man. He held out, you know, he was down there and he actually kept it in the front for, I mean, a lot of the race. I was surprised. So there's some big good race drivers down there.
Yeah, I hadn't watched that one. But,
we were down there for an air show. We flew around with airplanes too, and we went down there for an air show. While we were down there, we found out it was there, so we cruised on down and watched it.
Hell yeah, I would too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
You have to box a kangaroo to death. No, I just want to ride. I want to box.
No, I don't want to fight him.
I'm 10 minutes behind on the comments.
I mean, I'd
nice
shoot one. Metrics.
We're normally a bit more organised than this. That got me, but I can't getting flustered.
Hey, that made the show, man. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
Did it? I'll have to watch it back.
Yeah.
I could do fractions, but I don't know what 15 M&Ms is.
I can do
millimeters.
I can do halves.
15 millimeters is
15 M&Ms ain't that many M&Ms. I tell you that.
Mm-mm.
That ain't even a handful.
Probably about a 5/8. 15 mils about a 5/8.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right. So anyway, I'm not even going to worry with these. We're just going to start from now. All right. Anyway, show starting again. Now, this is what I wanted to ask you, Dalton. Do you still race?
No. Oh yeah, that car. Yeah, I wrecked that car shortly after that photo.
And then I've seen this one here.
Yeah, I wrecked that one too.
Well, that looks like a demo derby there. Was that a demo derby?
No, that was an enduro. So here we got, you probably got them in Georgia.
Yeah.
Enduro races on dirt tracks. You know, that was like what was it? 300 laps on a 3/8 oval.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much whoever hits 300 first is when the race stops, or whoever lives that long. So you go down there with your clapped out pile of crap and then go drive on the oval and try to live. It's that first one was a 58 Chevy, and I had actually built that to do some vintage racing up here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took it to an enduro, and just to break it in, because the car, I just built it, and I was running real slow around down on the bottom of the track, got everybody's way, and this Nissan Sentra spun out, hit the wall, and then rolled down the track because the guy didn't hit the brakes, and I hit him about 45 miles an hour in that 58 Chevy.
Oh, Lord.
Full cage, I mean, I actually hit so hard, I broke the steering wheel off the column. But I mean, I was fine. They weren't, but I was fine. And I straightened the car out, got it going again, and then decided it wasn't for me.
I like it. I like circle track racing. We grew up with that down at Tri-County Speedway. And but the only thing about it, when you do when you race, you're gonna tear your car up. So you raced it one time and quit?
Yep, that's it. I did a few of them enduro races. Wasn't that pretty good? I wreck a lot, and that was enough for me.
Well, that'll work. Copperhead's a big racer. He's a big drag. He's actually he won a lot of stuff down there in Australia. What was the class you got there, Copperhead?
Late models.
Yeah.
What you guys have? Super late models.
Yeah, we got super late models here. Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I used to run. Open ones, open motor ones.
Okay, so he's explaining Shop Cat
That's the sizes.
But they're not exactly, though. I mean,
they're close enough to round it off.
They're a little bit out.
Yep.
I mean, one is right and one is wrong.
Yeah.
One has been to the moon.
Do you remember? Okay, I like the 80 model cars. I love the 80 model cars, but in that era, right in there, some of the bolts are metric and some of them are American. You ever notice that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a headache that is, man!
It
like
can
they're
be.
going to change over and then decided not to, or whatever, and it's just like,
just get the pliers out.
Yep.
They're all the same size at that point.
Yep. Round.
Yes.
Yep. So, I don't know. What else? You got anything coming up here next you've been working on? I've been trying to keep up with you. It's hard to keep up with everybody, but you got your ones that you like. I love the Grand Prix, which that's my style of car. I love the big cars.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do have some stuff coming up. So next thing you're going to see is actually swapping a transmission into my Le Mans, my 72 Pontiac Le Mans that I've had since high school, getting that back running and driving and back on the road. And on Irish Outlaw Garage, you'll be able to see us putting the numbers matching transmission back in the Holy Goat, the original transmission that was in it when it was getting shot at for all those years.
Really?
We got that done. So that transmission's going back in. One piece of the puzzle's done.
So how many pieces, how many holes was in it?
None.
Really?
None of the motor, none of that trans. So I've got a deal working with the local machine shop to take care of the motor.
Right.
It needs sleeved and everything else. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work, but that's the original numbers matching motor to that car. We're going to get that put back in.
Now, it was actually a goat. Is that actually a goat?
Yeah, it's a real 70 GTO 242 VIN.
Wow.
But yeah. So and then after the Le Mans, we're gonna fix up the Grand Prix a bit, and I'm gonna actually sell that to my brother. I think. Because I don't know. I thought I would really like it, and it turns out I was kind of
No, I love them.
Which one's that?
Cars.
The 76 Grand Prix. Yeah, the gold one.
That's the gold. Is that the gold one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a nice driving car. It just needs so much, and I've only got about 16 damn cars, right? So I think I can let that one go to my brother, who really, really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But how that's going to tie in is I probably shouldn't spoil too much, but
no, don't give the punchline away.
We gotta take that car to Texas, and I gotta get dropped off in Texas for a top secret mission, where I'm gonna have to
James Bond here, James Bond, 007.
Absolutely don't need to drive that car to Texas, but it seems to make sense. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, it's a top secret mission where hopefully I live.
And as Irish Outlaws, that's some of your buddies, or is that your?
Yes, yeah, he's a buddy of mine, and yeah, so he has a guy who does transmissions, does good work, and he took care of he did the Silver Dollars transmission.
Right.
He did the transmission for the van. I got that back too, so that's got a brand new trans ready for it, and the Holy Ghost transmission. And so he kind of took care of that for me, and then helped me put them in.
Okay, I've been subscribed to him. I get them mixed up, but yeah, I've been watching some of his stuff too. So.
Yeah.
He's better looking.
He has a live show. He has a live show after Buff's Power Hour, Pontiac Power Hour. I think it's a Thursday night. Called Cussin' and Cars and Cussin' or something. It is Cruising and Cussin' or something. He'll tell me.
Now you going back to the No Name Nationals this year? I'm gonna try to make it. We bought a 71 Plymouth Duster race car, a street car, but it's a circle track car, and I think we're gonna try to get it going up there.
Well, I mean, that's a good place to go for that kind of thing. I'm not going, but I'm going to be going to Tucson to the duct tape drags again. That's a good time down there. It's not on the
What is the duct tape drags?
That's Freiburger, Dulcich, them put on that event down there. It's like the old zip tie drags,
right?
But it's not Motor Trend related anymore. It's just Freiburger's deal. They got a burnout competition and open track. I mean, you just go run when you want to on the quarter mile. It's just a big party, and that's kind of where I don't know. I feel like I just want to go back. It's not because it's the biggest event or the best place to go or anything, but but it is kind of where I met. I met Freiburger, I met Derek, I met all these guys, right? And and then I realized that yeah, this is something I'd really like to do, and now I'm friends with some of them, right? So and now I just feel like I should go back and see how different it is now.
Yeah. I think Derek's got his hands full with all he's going on right now. I hope he's got the TV series and all that. And yeah, I hope he don't get burned out because I think they're working him pretty hard. I don't know if you know Derek or not. I don't really know him.
He's not going to get burned out.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. That guy, I work pretty hard. I think I devote almost every single extra waking minute I have to YouTube.
Right.
That guy does about double that. So,
yeah. Well, he's done good. He's got a good channel.
Oh my God. Yeah. He sure does.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a good
so
channel.
What do you enjoy? What videos do you enjoy making more? The will it run and drives, or just like you actually build? You like your square body, like where you build the whole thing.
Oh, I think I like to film the builds better. But if you look at it from I don't know, I guess, you know how you see like the bigger channels, they don't really do builds, right? I mean, they kind of, they might keep something around for 2 or 3 videos, and then it's gone, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a good reason for that. And that's because there's stuff. The views drop and people get disinterested, and then so I'm trying this where I'm going to bring like that step side out like once a month. You know what I mean? Try to get like a decent amount of work done in the video and just maybe sprinkle it in once a month while I try to do other things. So like next month, I think I've got one Will It Drive Home nailed down. It's a late 70s Jaguar with a small block swapped into it.
Yeah. That's a must on them.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of them.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Me too. Me too. But yeah, you don't want that V12 or whatever was in them. Those are junk.
Well, them things have got a 350 Chevrolet transmission in them already. That's what's in them.
Oh, they do? I didn't know that.
That's what they come with. Yep.
This one's got a 700R in it. It looks like a vet drivetrain to me. But.
Yeah, I think they had the 350. I think 350 turbo 350 or something like that. They had in them back in the day. I bought one. I bought a Jag that had the V12 in it, and I bought it for nothing because the transmission's out of it. And we got it home, and I thought, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We put it up on jacks, and it had a Chevrolet transmission, and I thought, well, this is simple. So we just, $200. We was rolling.
Nice.
Yep. Absolutely. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get my views up. They say sex sells, so I think next video I'm gonna be topless. I'm gonna take my shirt off.
Just get naked.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go that far.
Oh well, I mean, I don't know why you
throw a little skin anyway.
Don't take no half measures. You know, you go all in.
Show some rolls, baby. Show some rolls.
So what's the new channel gonna be called? Seeing you're gonna get that one banned.
Oh,
well, you put that one on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, farmers only. Derek is what? What did he say? Derek is a what?
He's saying Derek is a mad lad. He watched him for years. The new stuff got out of his taste, but he still respects the hell out of him. That's from Chase BH89.
I get that a lot. I think I've picked up a lot of Derek's original fan base. I think I hit a sweet spot there, and that really helped my channel take off. Right. That's not to say he's not doing good stuff, but
I've seen that you did like one the other week with Junkyard Digs, like where you did someone else's car, yeah?
Yeah, we did that Monte Carlo.
I don't know what it was. It was red. I just know it was red. I can't remember what the car was, but
yep. Yeah, it's a Monte. Yeah, we did that.
Monte Carlo.
So the video again. So this is proof in the pudding, right? That's a one-off video. I'll never see that car again. Right. It got me nearly 200,000 views, something like that. It's great. It was huge video for me. Mm-hmm. Got me a lot of subs. It made some decent money off of it to make it worth my time. Right. But I'll tell you the truth. I don't like working on other people's stuff. So
I'm with you, man. I'm just like you.
I like to help the guy. I like to help anybody, but if I'm working on my stuff, I go drive down the road, ball joint snaps in half, and I throw it in the ditch. Well,
it's like,
it's my
own fault. What kind of car was it?
That was a 71 Monte Carlo with a big block in it.
Oh yeah. Now, do you got a C3 Corvette too?
Yep. That's my daily driver.
Yeah. What model is it?
It's 75.
Yeah, I got 82. I got the last Coke bottle. Mine's got the crossfire fuel injection with 123 horsepower.
Is it a collector's edition?
It's not the collector's edition.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. After getting back from Tucson.
Yeah.
That thing, look how filthy it is.
I love the side.
I did have another
mine's
one.
bone stock, man. It's got the crossfire fuel injection, and
that'd go in the dumpster as soon as I had it. Yeah.
I don't know. I get crazy fuel mileage out of that thing, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lord, yeah. Yeah, I get crazy fuel mileage out of it. It runs, and I got a guy here that's a GM guru, and he's, as long as he's in business, I'll probably leave it. But if he ever quits, I'll probably take it off.
Yeah.
And then go.
Now, if you ever come across an 82 collector's edition vet, that's specifically what I want, because it has the opening hatch. It's the only one.
You're right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. I'd get rid of mine and have one of them.
Leonard Walters said Brent off Half-Assed Customs does a lot of complete builds. And he just said it's a crying shame his shop burnt down. And yes, it is. And Brent was one of our guests a while back. And yeah, we're all feeling for you there.
What is it now?
Who?
Brent from Half-Assed. You know, his shop burnt down when he was on
holiday. Yeah, his shop burnt down. Did y'all know that?
I don't know who that is. Who is that? Let me look it up.
He's from Canada. Half-Assed Customs. He builds a lot of hot rod type stuff.
Half-assed Customs. Half-assed or half-ass?
Ass.
Yeah.
He is really talented. He's a welder, man, and he just builds them from ground up, and he was very talented. And I reckon he went on a vacation, and while he's gone, his shop burnt down with everything in it. Yep.
Yeah, the build he's building, and then he had another one of his. He had a 37 Ford hot rod in there, and then all his equipment and tools. Like, it would be ridiculous amounts of money and collectible parts and everything. Yeah, it was pretty sad to see.
Oh God, that's terrible.
It could happen to anybody, man. You get caught up in the crossfire. Listen at him; he's still at it. I don't know if you watch Fox Can Fix It, but he's got all these one-liner he comes up with.
He's the ultimate dad joke.
Yeah, I like to drive that Corvette. Now I've got an 87 convertible too. I'd rather drive it. It's a better driving car than the 82 is, as far as driving.
Right. Well, you know what? I used to make fun of Corvettes, just all the time because of the people that own them. It's always the guy rolls up to the local cruise night, hasn't touched a damn thing on his car. It's completely stock. And he gets out like he's a hot rodder or something. Couldn't tell you how an engine operates, but thinks he is a car guy. And until I drove one,
right?
And then it was a C5 was the first one I drove, and that's a life-changing experience.
Well, it's cheap, man. It's there. Corvettes and luxury cars depreciate quicker than any car that GM's got. Luxury cars and Corvettes, and so. Like right now, the C4, nobody likes the C4, and they're still dirt cheap. But man, they are. I mean, mine's an 87, which is that Tuneport. But if you go on up, into years, before they go to the C5, them things will roll. I mean, and for the price, the money, you can't beat them if you just wanted a driver.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love that. I mean, even the C3 is a smaller car, and I like that about it. It's so nimble.
Really?
Feeling.
Smaller than the C4.
Oh yeah.
I'm like Sylvester in Tweedy's Cage in our C4.
You may not even fit in the C3.
Yeah.
I can tell you. So I'm 6'1", and when I had the original fiberglass T-tops in it,
right,
my head, if I wore a hat, it would sit on the T-top.
Yeah, you couldn't.
So I put the glass T-tops in it. Those give you about an inch extra room in it. The mirrored T-tops.
I'd like to have a set of them, but mine's still the fiberglass.
Man, I'd swap them out to them if you could find a set. I bought mine from somebody who absolutely stole them in a back alley for $250 for the pair.
Wow!
But I wasn't going to argue, so
I do that all day long.
Hell yeah, somebody's missing their T-tops, I guess, but that's not my problem. So.
Yeah, I'd buy them in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my 87 is a convertible, but I actually bought the hard top to go on it. But mine's an aftermarket hard top. It don't fit just right.
No, I would have to do the same thing though.
Yeah. So
I'd like to have a C4, but I want an 84. I want the bad year.
yeah.
I
That's
like
what I
the
got.
dash.
That's what I got. The
You
84.
like? Okay.
Why
Did you have to
84?
import that? Did you have to import that?
Yeah. Nah. So what happened? A bloke came over here to work, and bought it over with him brand new. And then he went back and left the car here, so it was converted to right-hand drive. And then my wife bought it. Like, I think it was 6 months old when she bought it. So she's had it for, I don't know, 30 odd years.
Wow.
So why would you want a C4? I mean, 84.
I like the dash in them. That's it. Just the gauges.
I'm trying to think what's the difference in the gauges in the 84.
They're digital, aren't they?
Mine's digital.
Yeah, they're the digital ones.
87's digital.
Maybe it's like 84 to 7 or 8 somewhere. They changed them there.
Yeah. I actually
right
had to send
before-
mine off. There's a guy that I got the address and everything to him that rebuilds them things. I had to send mine off.
None of them work. So
No.
yeah. But
I kept going.
I kept
using it to the fuel gauge quit, and then I thought, well, I better get the dash fixed because I don't know how much gas I got.
well, you'd fit in a vet just fine, Jay.
Yeah.
You gotta buy one.
I got a bunch of old junk cars though. Yeah, I love them.
So as is that motor, that one that everyone hates. What is it? Crossfire. The one
Crossfire.
you've got, Stephen. Yeah.
It's just the induction system on them, though. I mean, you just take out the intake bolts, you go find a dumpster, you go throw it in there, and then you just put a carburetor on it, and you're done.
It's like cross rams. You remember the crosser that had the cross ram induction?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the same thing as that. They got one throttle body sitting on one side and one throttle body sitting on the other. And the design is pretty cool, but it was a emissions motor. It was made for gas, and I think the ports on them things are probably as big around as your thumb.
Those actually aren't a terrible engine.
I have no problem with mine. I really don't.
They're they're better than the 75 motor. Mine has a crate motor in it, so it's nothing. I mean, it's not stock, but
yeah.
Those aren't terrible because that's still the L82 head on that. I think. And that's a 200 horse motor, with the crossfire. You throw a cam in there and a carburetor and shoot. It's a 300 horse small block, no problem.
It runs as fast as I want to go.
Yep.
Yep.
I wound mine up to about 130 out in the desert coming back from Tucson.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun.
They got speed limits on them or not?
What do you mean?
Ain't there some places out there that's got speed limits where you ain't got no speed limit?
Oh, I don't know. There probably was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to send
Eastern Hot Rodder. Cross ram intakes are legendary. Crossfire, not so much.
Yeah. I sent a picture
It's our
of
mate
mine.
John Worden. Irish Outlook Garage. No, I don't need a vet. Next, I'll have to buy Hawaii shirts, New Balance sneakers, and khaki shorts that are too tight.
Oh, man.
No. Nonsense. I wear Pumas and I wear tan cargo shorts. It's completely different.
Yeah, I wear shorts the whole time, man, during summer. I'm with it. Is it summertime up there yet where you're at? Or is it still cold?
Boy, I tell you what, we were so last weekend, me and Kevin, Mook, all them, we was out at the Kansas Speedway up here. And from Friday until Sunday for the NASCAR race, Cup Series races up there.
Right.
And we were camping out in the infield in a school bus, which is now in my backyard, which is thanks, Kevin. But anyway, Sunday, it hit about 90 degrees out there. And without being able to get out of it, man, It was hot. It was real hot. I'm not used to it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. But now, right now, how cold is it? Y'all got pretty good weather where you're at now or not? Kansas.
Well, there's gigantic lightning strikes right out the window.
Yeah.
And it's dead still. And it's not raining yet, but I think it's about 80 degrees.
Well, that's pretty
kind of eerie looking out there. I ain't gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah. Copperhead, I sent you a picture of that bed. I think I hear your dog snoring. Is your dog asleep there somewhere?
No,
close?
I don't know what he's doing. That's what I was looking at. I can hear one whinging. Is it you? You can go outside.
Oh,
It's the wife's dog.
it's the wife's dog.
Yeah, this one's vicious.
That ain't no
Fucking
dog.
real.
What is that thing?
That ain't no dog. Ain't
It's,
that what? It's a pissy poo. Pissy poo. It
No,
pisses
it
and
is.
poos all over everything.
They're good. Here's mine. Come here.
That ain't gonna kill a kangaroo.
This one will. This one's vicious.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take out a kangaroo, huh?
It'd choke him to death.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll just.
try to swallow it.
Yeah, he'd choke him to death.
We got 3 of them.
All that fur get hung in his throat.
All right. Well, you sent me a picture, did you?
Yeah, that Corvette, my Corvette. So I don't know. Gosh, we got all kinds of stuff. Eastern Hot Rodder. I don't know if y'all keep up with him. He's got a little race car I'm trying to buy. He's got a pretty cool deal. I love racing. What is that?
They're
they
playing
doing?
now. The 2 dogs are. You said they're little sooks, so now they're viciously growling and fighting.
Yeah.
Let's just be in a bad mood. First, you and your wife get into it. Now the dogs are into it. What's the deal down there, man?
Everything's upside down.
Yeah. Oi, you two, bugger off.
I did. What?
Bloody hell. We're trying to run a professional show here.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on.
doing good.
That's what they say. That don't work with dogs or kids.
Yeah, don't work with dogs and kids. Rednecks. Don't work with rednecks. And here I am.
I'd be pissed off if all
All
the blood ran to my head too. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. We had a guy on the other night from Tasmania. That's even farther below him.
And he must be sideways.
There it is.
Yeah. There's your
Oh yeah,
Corvette.
it's a sharp looking car.
Yeah. It's bone stock.
That's just how I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you, you ever run across the collector's edition? That's what I want. I want that. Only because it's the only damn one that has an opening hatch on the back.
You're right.
What a useless. I mean, like my car doesn't have the bubble. It's got the flying buttress rear window where the window's recessed in. Arguably the better looking car, but it has no trunk space. It's completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
Then they gave it that big bubble, but then they didn't make it open.
Yeah.
So now you have a greenhouse that you drive around.
There was a guy here had one of them, but now I don't know. I can look around, but that's a pretty high dollar car. I don't know if you know what kind of.
Yeah, I would. I've seen a few. I've seen they usually go for about 15, 16 in decent shape, which is a lot, but it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things when you're talking classic cars.
Well, you're an electrician, so money's not an object.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Why don't you go tell my boss that?
Yeah. We
should.
know about them electricians. They've worked for me before. I know what them get paid. I know what y'all make.
No.
I know what y'all make.
I work at a factory.
Yeah.
That's different. I can't wire your house, but I can fix your robots if you got any.
Oh,
That's
sheesh.
A lot of the dogs sound like a YZ80. And the fox can fix it, reckons that the dog has not hid the key.
Probably ate it. You'll get it in the day or two. Yep. So what about your Dodge truck, man? You've got like a 76 Dodge truck.
I sold that as fast as I could.
Did you really? Why, man? I'm a Dodge man. I'm a Mopar guy here.
No. And that thing was an absolute pile. Yeah. So I bought that. I mean, I don't know. Fuck it. I might as well just say it. I bought it just to make a video with. I was going out of town, and I found it. Literally stumbled across it. It was sitting about 5 miles from my house, and so I said, "Well, screw it. I'm gonna go see if I can buy this thing." And I ended up getting $500 for it, and then I was able to make a video before I left town. But then I mean, it was so rusty inside. And then all the wiring problems that every one of those things has. And I sold it. Only lost like $800 on that one. So that's pretty good. Bad. Yeah, I mean that's
ain't too bad.
That's well above par for me.
Yeah, so, I lose on every. That's the thing about when I buy a car, it's worth $10,000, but when I sell it, it's worth $2,000. I don't understand what the deal is with that.
Oh, then I put another 20 in it, and it's still worth $2,000.
That's right. Absolutely. So now you got a Roadrunner, or you still got it, or what do you do with it?
Nope, sold that as fast as I could.
You're not a Mopar guy. Are you kidding? These cars are simple.
I hate them.
They are not simple. They're the most complex, over-engineered things ever devised. You got like different parts for yellow cars and different parts for blue cars. And what the hell's wrong with them? They're the worst things ever to work on. You can't
Low
buy
cars.
No, you can't. I mean, I love the engines. You give me a 440, you give me a 318, whatever. You know, I don't have much more experience other than an LA or a 440, but my experience of damn good engines. Torque flight, pretty damn good transmission. Everything else attached to that is horrible. That's horrible. You know, an 8 3/4, pretty good rear end. They had good parts. It's just how they married them all together. You know, like they made the whole body out of Coke cans. That's kind of a problem for me. You know, you lean on it, and it just like crumples underneath you.
Yeah.
The whole front end's held in with stamped steel sheet metal. Like, yeah.
So now you a Chevrolet guy or a Pontiac guy or what?
I'm an everything else guy.
Right.
I mean, except for Dodge pickups. I like Dodge pickups. I do I mean, not that one, but I do like Dodge pickups.
Yeah. I don't know. I think all cars are junk. It just depends on which one you want to keep running. You know,
it's just the Mopar thing. They change things very often, and they did I don't know. Why is the ring gear for the ring gear for the starter? Why is it attached to the torque converter? Why the hell wouldn't you just bolt it to the back of the engine like everybody else? Or why is that pattern on your torque converter on a Mopar? Why the hell isn't that concentric? Why is there one that's off and you got to find the exact spot? How does that make what some engineer, some bastard in Michigan designed that and said, "Yep, that's how we're going to do it."
But now I'm going to tell you something about that Chrysler starter. Every movie that you watch, I don't care what they're driving, it's got a Chrysler starter. It could be a Toyota, and it's a Chrysler starter when it cracks.
I don't mind the sound of a Chrysler starter. I am not one of those guys. I like it. That's a gear reduction starter. That's way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Done really poorly, but it was way ahead of its time.
I was the only Mopar guy around here back growing up, and all the Ford and Chevrolet guys, they'd say, "Oh, listen to that Mopar over there trying to crank." No.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I don't understand them. It don't make any sense. Who the hell thought of this stuff? You know, if I go work on a Chevy pickup, right? I go work on my Corvette. I can take parts out of a Chevy truck and put them in my Corvette, and they'll be the exact same thing. Ford isn't quite as good about that, but GM overall, you know, I could take stuff out of my GTO and put it in that 76 Chevy. You know, I could take stuff out of a Caprice station wagon, and it'll be the same heater controls and switches and stuff like that. I could put that in. That's why everything's so cheap for GM, is because it's pretty common.
Yeah, I don't know. I've driven things for many years. I ain't had. Of course, that's the thing about a Mopar. You don't have to work on it that much.
Well, until you do. Okay, how many ballast resistors have you changed?
A lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so that's my hang up with the engines in them. You throw that ignition system in the dumpster where it belongs.
If you drive a Chrysler product, you've got one of them behind your seat. I'm telling you.
You better.
You got one behind your seat.
And you better have a ECM too.
I got one.
Yep. Keep a couple of them.
You start watching the goo. You start watching the goo run down on the fender this time.
Fords are the same way, but you know, you take that out, throw that away, and then you put a GM HEI distributor down in there, and you got a good engine. You're done after that. It's already got a thermoquad's a good carburetor. You know, they always had good carbs on them.
I've had good luck. What is Chop Cat? What's he saying? Go back to that.
GM just likes to attach parts with one wrench size bolt, except for one bolt on every part.
No, I ain't never seen that ever.
Well, you have to hand it to GM. They've done good, man. They had that diesel. Remember the diesel back in the 81 diesel Oldsmobile? That was a good thing they made. And then that Chevette motor, and then the Vega motor. That's another. Well, that was a big.
Well, hold up.
And what about the square body trucks? Didn't they have a rust issue on them for a while?
Oh, have you ever seen? So you know why the square body rotted out? You know why they rotted out? So a Dodge truck of that year, that's square body Dodge, right? 2
Right.
to 93. Go feel up inside the bed of one of them. You know why? Because it's one piece of sheet metal. There is no inner structure to those trucks.
Right.
It's such a tin can piece of junk. They look good, but it's one piece of sheet metal. On a square body, it's 3. But there's
No, on a square body, there's nothing there pretty much. It was at 1.3, but
it holds a lot of water. So
Yeah.
it's but
and I love the way the square body doors shut. Yeah, they
I never had any trouble with those.
That's a bit of a
that's
blow.
why you see everybody getting out of the right hand side of a Chevrolet truck because it's faster door.
Oh, that's because
I'm just picking at you, man.
They don't know how to
Don't get your
adjust door
feelings hurt.
strikers.
Don't get your
They
feelings
got
hurt.
the same ones as the Mopars. Like they got the same damn latch and everything.
I have got Chevrolets and I have got Fords, and that's just like, okay, I've got a 96 SS Impala. You don't roll the windows down because they don't go down.
Right.
They won't go down. So
That's probably them little plastic clips on
that comes out. So it's like once you get them up, leave them
So, I'll tell you, right, I'm not going to try to defend anything GM post 1980, maybe 81, maybe.
I got an 03 Mercury Murata, and it's like, okay, the windshield wipers, they'll stop right here every time. And you have to keep timing it to get it to go back down, But and if you watch them, if you see them Crown Vics running around, you'll see windshield wipers up. So they all got their problems.
Oh, they do. Mopar just has more. But yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the Corvair. Remember the
No, you're going to side with Ralph Nader. You're going to side with Ralph Nader.
I'm with Ralph Nader, baby.
Yeah, shit.
Hey, so what's that one I like? Stephen, what's that thing I like?
The Corvair pickup outside. That one.
Yeah, the Corvair pickup.
Yeah,
I want that.
So,
I'm going to get that.
Chevrolet
Mate, you send that over here.
Isn't that a damn shame about the Corvair, though? Because you talk about something that was so far ahead of its time in the 60s. Those first years of Corvairs are really bad, those first couple of years. But like everything else GM does, it's like the Vega. Like you said on the Vega engine, those first 2-3 years with that aluminum block and an iron head is about the dumbest damn thing you could have ever done with that thing. And they're junk. But the later Vegas aren't bad once they had the Iron Duke.
Well, they had. I don't think that Corvair was as dangerous as they thought. Who goes in a curve and just keeps it turned? I mean, they don't do it.
No, that was Ralph Nader trying to take down GM.
He's an idiot. And another car that GM absolutely just killed themselves on, that Fiero. I mean, by the time they got that car straightened out, and they knew there was a problem when they sent it out. Why they sent it out, I never know.
Corvair, same way. I mean, if they would have put a little more weight in the front end, it would have been fine. But the second generation Corvair and the second generation Fiero, those are great cars.
Yeah, well, 86, 88, 86 through 88, I think, is that one of the ones that's got
the 2.8 in it or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got a 65 Corvair Monza Spider.
Oh man, see, I like the 65-9 Corvair. That's the better looking body.
Yep, but I'm with you on that. It's just why they do it, I don't know. But
if they did that on just about everything, they screw up the first 2 years, get her straightened out, and then kill it.
What's Eastern Hot Rodder saying?
You know how many Rust Belt square body owners ran over their own jack when that wheel well gave way on the passenger front? Had to be all of them.
Okay, y'all probably don't remember. Y'all are young, but I remember that Chevrolet had a commercial, and the commercial was, "We crush Fords to build Chevrolets." Y'all remember that? I remember that because I thought that was they crushed Fords to build Chevrolets. Talking about recycling,
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was kind of funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, we ain't shooting what 69 Corvair in high school. I like the Corvair though; they're good looking cars. Not a whole lot of power on them, but
no, but you don't need it in that. It's more like a go-kart, right? I mean, it's a novel car. I mean, that car is way ahead of its time.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, but I don't know what you're gonna do. Anyway,
no, Tornado's never had any issues. Actually, that was a car that was Motor Trend Car of the Year from the get-go. I mean, those cars ran for a long time. They used the transaxle in a Tornado and the 455 or 425 is, you know, those GMC motorhomes that are push
I had an
roads?
uncle that owned one. They bought one. Yep.
That is a Toronado drive axle with no modifications. That is a chain-driven turbo 400 and a 455.
I'm gonna tell you, I'd like to have of course, like I said, I like big cars. I want a 70 Tornado, a 1970. I still think they're rear-wheel drive, the 70. I like that one.
They're front. They're front. Tornado.
The 70 the 71 had the front-wheel drive.
They are front all the way. Well, all the way through. Tornado was always a front-wheel drive car. It started in '66.
Okay.
It ran through '80, but then they had the what was it? El Dorado.
It was front-wheel drive too. I know it was.
They ran on the same platform.
I love them motors, 455, 500, and all that. I've got a great setup, man. Yep.
That's something you would never think would work, right? Having a damn chain drive a torque converter, drive a car, but it worked.
Well, he drove that. He bought one back when they first came out. They're good looking rigs, but he drove that thing everywhere. Got good gas mileage and everything.
Yep.
So anyway, Copperhead, we've been on here about an hour. I don't hold this guy up too much. He's drinking beer. He'll be passed out on the floor another couple hours.
Hour and a half.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm good. If you guys are good, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, I'll get you back on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, mate.
I'll keep an eye for that Corvette. I'm always trading on something. I don't know if y'all got a lot of cars up there, but I'm always trading on something.
I try to buy them out of the South if I can. So,
So what is the rust like up there? And you pretty bad?
Not as bad as it could be.
Right.
You know, we end up getting about 50-50. You know, we don't have anything good. The hotter it gets, the worse interiors hold up.
Yeah.
The further north you get, the worse the car holds up.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle. So you could get something that's really rusty, or you could get something that was well taken care of. But,
that's about the way it is here. And I'm not really. They don't. It's not real bad, but I mean, rust takes everything. But
you don't have salt down there, though.
Not much. We don't have that much. We have a little snow, but not much.
I know it snows some, but not bad.
Down there. Yeah, not at all. So anyway, all right, man. Well, I'll keep up with you, and I'm gonna use one out here. Copperhead, you better go make up to your wife. She ain't gonna fix you no supper tonight.
She's gone out. She's gone out. You're all right. Thanks, Phillips, for coming on, mate.
Yeah, man. Good talking to you. Good talking to you. Try to stay right side up down there. And
I will.
We'll see you.
All right, be good, bub.
You're right, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
All right.